So I just did a post which I accidentally deleted. It's been one of those days, and I came on here today because I wanted to talk a little bit about how I'm feeling. I try to be as positive as possible when I post on here, but I'm feeling a little discouraged today because I do have a book release on July 24th, and I was trying to get my book, my upcoming release, onto a book review site, and it looks like that has been declined. And I understand completely. I think a lot of people are writing in the same genre that I am, and totally understand that. I had the expectation that my book would also be a little bit lost in the crowd of what's being published, but this is a story I felt like writing right now, and you know, I'm going to put it out there, and hopefully somebody will find it somewhere. But I am feeling a little discouraged today, and that's really why I wanted to talk to you. If you have stopped to watch this, thank you. I appreciate you, and I hope you'll stick around for a minute because especially if you are a fellow independent author and you're feeling discouraged, that's okay. We all have those days. We work really hard to put our books out there. It takes a lot of time and a lot of effort. And when we have crickets or when we get, um, you know, a decline for something that we're trying to do, it can be a little painful. I'm sure it's not personal. As I said, a lot of books are coming out in the paranormal romance category and just books in general because I looked up book releases, daily book releases out of curiosity, and it looks like from 6 to 10,000 books, maybe more, are published every day. That's a lot of books. And I've started thinking about the book release process as the ocean. And these book releases are coming to readers in waves to the shore. And every once in a while, something will wash up on shore. Somebody will be walking along that shore and they'll look down and they'll pick it up and they'll examine it and they'll take it home and it becomes a treasure, something that they continue to look at and enjoy. And, you know, it brings them positive feelings for years. And I think as authors, that's something we hope to do. We want to find readers who will connect with what we're writing, who will pick up that book that they see lying on the shore, that they'll examine it, that they'll take it home, and that it will provide them some enjoyment and some pleasant memories of maybe a time and place, the time and place when they read the book, pleasant memories of how they felt when they read the book. Maybe the book will bring them out of a funk. Maybe it's something that will stir some emotions that they haven't felt in a while, and they will continue to go back and revisit that book and maybe read other books by the same author. You know, maybe they'll actually go in search of similar books to enjoy instead of just wandering along that beach that is along the ocean of book releases and waiting to see what washes up. So that's just kind of how I'm feeling right now. I know my book is out in the middle of the ocean, you know, waiting for the wave that's going to bring it to the shore. That is my release date. I don't know if that is something that someone is going to walk along and pick up. Maybe, maybe not. It may wash back out into the ocean and be, you know, hopefully not sunk forever. Maybe it'll wash up on the shore later, but who knows? How far can we take this analogy? But that idea is a little discouraging right now, especially since, as I said, I tried to submit to a book review site and it looks like that was declined. And I'm I am not upset about it, but I am a little discouraged. And both my husband and I have been writing for quite some time now. I really started writing back 40 something years ago and did try to go through the traditional publishing process, came close, didn't quite get there, took a break because life. And now that we're both JT and I are retired, we are continuing to write and publish and promote and do everything. We started our own little company and we are trying to help promote other authors. So we are doing 2 podcasts now. One we're doing in collaboration with the local Sierra Arts Foundation here in Reno, north of us, actually, in Reno, Nevada. We do the Nevada Author Network, where each week we interview a member of the Sierra Arts literary community who has books available through the Sierra Arts Foundation, Riverside Gallery, and Depot Galleries. And we're having a wonderful time with those. And we don't charge the authors anything. It's just a matter of their time. And sometimes that's all we have, the only resource we have, and that is a limited one as well. So we keep those interviews short, but they are a lot of fun, and we're learning a lot about our fellow authors in our local community. Plus, JT and I have also been doing the CC and JT Amateur Hour for about 4 years now, maybe a little bit longer. We initially were just doing weekly discussions of our own publishing journey, but we recently opened up to do author interviews on a broader scope. And we've gotten quite a few requests to be on the podcast and are booked out until October now, because we alternate the interviews with our regular weekly podcast. So the interviews actually post every other week. So we know for a fact that there are a lot of authors in the same boat that we're in. They're authors who have wonderful books. Our to-be-read piles are growing like crazy, which again, we're trying to read as much as we can, but that's also a time commitment, and sometimes we're busy with other things. So we're hoping that by at least getting the word out, that people will find a new author, maybe find a new book that they really enjoy, and hopefully we're helping our fellow authors come to the shore a little bit, because I think we're all floating out in the ocean waiting for our turn. So if you have watched this entire video, I appreciate you, and I thank you for your time. If you are a fellow indie author who is feeling discouraged as I am today, and I have to say, even just talking about this and knowing, reminding myself that there are others in the same boat, I do feel better. So I hope maybe this helps you feel better. And I hope that maybe we can connect on some level. I don't have a ton of followers on here or any of the other platforms, really. A lot of the people that I connect with on social media are people that I know in person. I do have a few, who I've never seen face to face, and I really appreciate them, and I look forward to their posts. And, that's another large time suck, that it's a commitment to interact with people, but I appreciate interacting with people who have similar outlook on life, similar challenges in life, and who have similar goals, I guess, because I think we are all looking for our own little place in the world, and I hope that maybe we, JT and I, can help some authors find their readers. Maybe somewhere along the way we'll find our own readers. And in the meantime, we'll just keep connecting, and we'll keep helping promote, and we'll promote ourselves. And it's a never-ending cycle. But I have to say, retirement hasn't been boring so far. And we are fulfilling our dream of publishing our own books. So they are out there. They are available. You can check places to see where to find everything. And as I mentioned, I do have a book coming out on July 24th, which also happens to be JT's birthday. My second disappointment was that I had hoped to release it on my birthday, which was a little over a week, actually no, about a week ago. Didn't quite make that because a lot of people were requesting our editors, which is great. We're glad that our editors are busy. So if you'd like to follow along, if anything I've said here today resonates with you, please follow along. Maybe share this with someone you feel might appreciate the hopefully encouragement that I've provided. And let's just keep doing what we're doing. Let's keep supporting each other. Let's keep watching the shoreline to look for those readers who are looking for that treasure to take home with them. And most of all, I hope you're having a wonderful day, and take care.